It's the Cowboys and the Falcons under the lights on Thursday night.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback.
Right, 97. Let's go now.
Starting the drive with Algier. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Going play action. Ritter. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
They end up getting stumped twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing route. Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert with career touchdown number 109. That ties it with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cowboys will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now a 7-0 game. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games, because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw it here. Ritter fires the out route and completes it to Harris. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Ritter on 1st and 10. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. back to throw. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 41-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Here's Ritter. He'll drop this off for Davis. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. On second, here's Algier. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
23 yards, the final tally. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is caught by Lamb. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb with career touchdown number 207, just one shy of Jerry Rice's all-time mark of 208. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. 1st down, they'll start with Algier. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ritter from the gun. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the 1st quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. Here's Brian Anger now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this 1st quarter as he gets it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness It's been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On the give, Algier headed left. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Called out a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jay Ferguson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Aubrey good with a PAT. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So after the run for a yard, here comes 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Mozzie Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here, back to his own 18. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Taken right around the 44. 35 yards that time on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Vaughn on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. That good for 19 on a 1st down. For a lot of people, MVP award means the quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week. They're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. CD Lamb with career touchdown number 208, tying Jerry Rice for the most ever in NFL history, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the rout is on here in this first half. So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big this early, but that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Yellow, line, Smith, red.
Algier now up the middle, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. You look at this Cowboy defense. They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
I jotted down in my notes in prepping for this game that this is definitely an area we got to keep an eye on, because you're talking about where they rank in stopping the run. But how about what they're facing? This unit loves to run the football, and they rank highly in the league in getting it done.
Yeah, power against power. Something's got to give.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. 31 yards on the punt there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game, because they've been able to...
Touchdown, Cowboys! C.D. Lamb with career touchdown number 209, breaking Jerry Rice's record. And the Cowboys have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Aubrey now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. We are in for a good one as we're through one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it as we resume action. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Falcons offense making their way onto the field. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss.
That's 3 sacks now. That's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Ritter. That's caught left side, the tight end Pitts.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 5. On the counter, here's Algier.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a give to Algier on the option. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The Falcons on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he watched that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defense, is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
They go play action here on 1st down. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Vaughn. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jalen Tolbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Cowboys are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Yellow, line,
3rd and long now, Ritter. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to it. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half, and now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. There's Jalen Tolbert as this Dallas offense returns to the field. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the take possession here at their own 33. Well, you know, this offense has had their way for the most part here in this first half, but that time, maybe they got a little greedy.
Well, it is hard to... Because like they said back in the 1980s, greed can be good. Stick with what's been working. But that time, I think he got a little bit too much air under that one, and it turned into a turnover that was much needed by that defense.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
22 needle. 5, 97. Hut, hut.
On 2nd down, Ritter. Out right to Bourne. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Ritter from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 22-yard line. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here. Quarter. To the air again, it's Ritter. And his throw is incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Ritter now on 2nd down. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch out now. 50 Fury.
Ritter. Touchdown, Falcons. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receiver as he brings out this offense.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
That'll be caught. It's Tony.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Pass complete to Tolbert on the crossing row.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Late in the season now, MVP chatter starts, and he might be on the fringe. This is always an award that goes quarterback, running back, usually quarterback. A lot of bias. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Kadarius Toney
from 3 yards out.
And the Cowboys are pouring it on. Now the extra point by Aubrey.
And a route is on here in this first half. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one. No receivers open downfield, so instead of forcing the ball to the sideline, he's going to throw this one down to Fort Worth. He'd rather have the incompletion than the turnover.
Meanwhile, Ritter's thrown into the hands of Pitts here.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yellow. Let's go.
On the give, it's Algier.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A gain of 3, second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Down.
2nd and 7.
38. 5, 6, 7.
Ritter back to throw. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Check white. Black block. Check pink. Blue check.
Sticking with the passing game. Here's Ritter again. He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36.
Let's go now.
And the Falcon first down.
5, 97. Ready?
Ritter from the gun. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the 1st half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one. Not to have another turnover as legend.
These kickers now used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this 1st half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And he knocks the ball. It's incomplete. Really solid coverage from the current NFC Defensive Player of the Week. Also had an interception in that game a week ago.
And it was fun to watch him in practice this week, wasn't it? To see how he understands spacing and when the ball's arriving, which hand to put out in front to try and knock it away. And he just exhibited it on that play.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the 1st half of this ball game.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Man, where has the season gone? We're into week 15 now. So let's give everybody a look at what's coming up here on what should be a very interesting weekend of football. In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Washington Commanders as they'll square off with the New Orleans Saints. Out on the West Coast, more good stuff in the late afternoon as we'll be watching the game at SoFi Stadium. Well, it will be the Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. And finally, Sunday Night Football. They've got a good one lined up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Green Bay Packers. Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out, start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Cowboys, first down. First and 10 at the 37.
Running behind center with Vaughn. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great
touchdown! Jalen Tolbert, 31 yards. And the Cowboys have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Aubrey good with the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their 25-yard line. Gives it to Algier to start things off. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. Continuing the trend with incompletions, that won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
That is caught. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Conversion and even 20 yards. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter.
And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give him a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Kuru knocks this one through the post. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. There's Jalen Tolbert as this Dallas offense returns to the field.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know when a mid-game trade is going to happen, but good thought.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
A big play here for Dallas. 48 yards.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kadarius Toney,
his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year.
And the Cowboys have got it on cruise control. Up and good by Aubrey.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's Ritter. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Ready?
Ritter will set up to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's going to take to the 37-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl when you have 4 in one game. I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Now a throw here, hauled in, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A 14 down. And the Falcons take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Koo, up and good. So they do get 1 score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game because, you know, the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
Outright, he finds Tolbert, and he's brought down. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away, but the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll run here with Vaughn. And some space here. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Now a play fake here on first down. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jalen Tolbert, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Falcons 23.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And here now come the Falcons. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles.